Now, DA leader John Steenhuisen will unveil his party's election offering at a mass gathering to be held at the seat of government in Tshwane tomorrow. The official opposition will host its launch in two parts, starting off with a march from Church Square to the lawns of the Union buildings, then a rally to be held later that afternoon. But with an Ipsos poll predicting that the party could slide to becoming the third largest party in South Africa, will their offering convince citizens to vote for them? Newzroom Afrika's Ziyanda Ngcobo filed this report.
On Saturday, the official opposition will be launching its manifesto and it will be outlining its plans. It's already given us 100 days in government plan, which he did before the State of the Nation address, John Steenhuisen. Thanks for your time on Newzroom Afrika. What can we expect? We sort of have an idea of what the DA believes on cadre deployment, scrapping BEE. So on an economic policy level, we have a sense of what you would do, but the energy crisis is still crippling us.
Yeah, correct. And the manifesto is going to focus on a number of key areas that are going to be essential for us to get the country moving forward again. Manifestos can be 300 pages long, but we believe there are a number of key interventions that need to be made in the next 5 years that are essential for the long-term survivability of the country. And that's what the manifesto focuses on.
And when we look then at some of the polls that have come out, many are saying you are the second in the top 3 political parties that's launching. The ANC is launching next week. So there's a lot of competition. Why Tshwane as your venue?
Well, Tshwane and the Union buildings, because it's a clear indicator that we're serious about getting into power in this election. It's not just about who's going to be the biggest opposition to the ANC, it's about who's going to lead or be the heart of a new coalition after the government, after the elections, to get into government in the Union buildings. Tshwane is the seat of power, and we're here to take power.
But maybe the EFF might be the official opposition. I mean, I remember you actually declared them an enemy and not the ANC, much to a lot of criticism of many. Are you concerned?
Not at all. I mean, I think if one looks at the Ipsos polling, that is the one that's driving this, they've been serially wrong. They've called elections wrong. They've said the DA was going to be replaced every election. It was first COPE, and then it was the EFF, and now it's the EFF again. I think when it comes down to votes on the day, the only poll that really matters, you're going to see the DA not only growing, but growing well enough to potentially become the largest party in South Africa if Mr. Zuma's new party continues to devour the ANC the way that it's doing.
And when we look at, what you've said previously, when it comes to, unseating the ANC, a lot in this election, I should say, hinges on getting young people to vote and to vote for you, because there's a huge gap there. But voter apathy remains an issue. What are you planning internally within the DA to draw those people out?
Well, even in our registration campaign, we've had a very, very youth-focused initiative. Our big Rock the Registration that we did in KZN, 4,500 young people, using artists and different people to attract them in. The same with the manifesto launch. We're using big name artists to come in and be able to get young people involved. Also, our Rock the Registration and Power to the Registered campaign has been very youth focused. Prizes and heavy focus on social media, but it's going to come down to getting them out on election day. And I think they're going to see, particularly young people in South Africa, much of the things that worry them being identified and solutions on the table. I can give you an undertaking that for the first time ever, you're going to see some key pledges that the DA is going to be making, which voters will be able to tangibly engage with.
All right, we look forward to that. Tomorrow, Saturday, is when the DA launches its manifesto, and it's the second party in the top 3 of political parties in South Africa to launch its manifesto, and so there'll be plenty to unpack then on Saturday. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Ziyanda Ngcobo in Tshwane.